IPS is a semi-government institute, I think very different to the rest of the think tank grantees in South Asia. Our focus is primarily economic policy research. We started work on urbanization. That came through the TTI funding. In the post-war era, what the government did was to go into infrastructure development. And that is where urbanization kind of began to really take shape. They were looking at greening Colombo, vertical housing. We were therefore able to use the TTI money to expand the research staff, as well as to give funding for a new area of research that we would not otherwise have been able to undertake at that time, because there was no, we would have had to go the normal routine of trying to raise funding for that area without having had any previous research to show. So the think tank initiative funding really came at a very critical time for us. We had really not thought of operational arrangements in terms of strengthening research quality and strengthening organizational performance and in strengthening policy linkages. Earlier, what we could afford was to provide training that was already paid for by some research study, or we recruited a new researcher. We gave co-funding to develop the research program, have stakeholder meetings, and of course, co-funding also to conduct that research. And importantly, the training component came in, methodological training under the organizational performance pillar, as well as soft skills communication training, and then the whole sort of institutional level system changes that we had done to monitor the research progress through time tracking systems and all of that, and of course on the communications level to go and meet the media, to meet the minister one-to-one meetings in order to get the research evidence out into the public domain. So in many, many ways, all of those threads came together for us to be able to say that yes, we were able to start work in an area that had not been previously looked at, and now that work has got into the government domain, and they are themselves working on what we started.